Alright guys, so I just watched for the first time Joyride 2, Dead Ahead, which is a really dumb, cheesy subtitle for the name. But I watched the first Joyride recently for the first time on this channel and reviewed it, so I thought I might as well watch the second one, and I also have the third one to watch, but I have not seen it yet. So, watching Joyride 2, I didn't know what to expect. I was wondering if it would be like a fun time. And honestly, watching it, it's a very mixed bag for me because I thought the opening had a fun death, and I liked how these characters were, I guess, slightly different than the other one, but like they were still, for the most part, entertaining except for one fucking character, and I couldn't stand that emo motherfucker. Like, he was such a horrible character in this movie. This guy, I don't know if he was in any other movie that I've seen him in, but good God, I wanted to punch him every time he said a word. And I hated it. I hated that character. Like, I seriously hated him. So, I didn't like that character at all, and I don't want to keep pushing on that character, but I couldn't stand him. But the plot, which I didn't mind because it was different than the other one in ways, was that these characters go, like, their car breaks down and they go into this house and get another car. They steal another car just to go somewhere to get like stuff for their car. And it's the semi driver from the first one, and he is taunting them and takes one of them, and like the first one does that again, but I thought it did a different job in a lot of ways in differentiating itself from the first one, even though it does have a lot of similarities to the first one. But still, it did differences as well. And I guess I want to bring up that emo guy again. I'm sorry, I got to get it out of my system, but this guy, there was this one scene where they're at this gas station, or this diner, redneck diner is what he says, where he tries to rile up these truckers. This guy who thinks he's a badass, but he's not. He tries to rile up these truckers, and literally yells out at them, tells them like they're stupid rednecks, and I wanted to fucking punch this guy because he was literally the stupidest character, because he was there trying to get people to hurt them, and all the other friends were like, stop, and he was literally like, I don't know why any of these truckers didn't go and punch him and kick his ass, because he was so fucking stupid. But I hated that scene. And I also hated the fact that towards the end of the movie, they put him in drag. And sometimes that can be funny in other stuff, but this annoying-ass character in drag, like, you're trying to make it funny for me, but it didn't work, movie. Whatever. So again, I'll end it on that note with that character, but I want to say that I did think the semi-driver in this was really creepy again, like he was in the last one. Like, he actually was still intimidating and scary, and his voice was pretty scary as well. The way he fucks with him is scary, like he did in the first one. Like, it actually is really effective. And I don't want to really spoil the ending, but there's that final fight, which is fun, that final climax with everybody in the movie, and it's fine, but it's not final. But if you watch this movie and see the final thing in this movie that happens, and then there's a scene right after that ignores that, like, how does that work? Like, you gotta watch the ending of this movie to understand what I mean, because it does something where you think, this is how it's gonna end, and then it doesn't do that and does something else right after that, and that's the ending of the movie. It's just so weird that, like, this, like, I mean, it's like any horror trope. Like, they always do this with, like, horror things where, like, nothing is as it seems at the end of the movie, and it really wasn't, and it was just a dumbly written, like, final moment in the movie where I was like, why? What is... The only reason you did that is to have a Joyride 3. That's why. And you'll see what I mean whenever I talk about it, or whenever I talk about Joyride 3. Or if you watch this movie, I won't talk about it in Joyride 3. I'll just keep it spoiler free. So, yeah, Joyride 2 is a really mixed bag, because I did like how it was a little different. I liked how these characters are on the run in a different way. I hated that emo character, and I thought the climax was fun. So it's just a mixed bag overall. Like, it's not like a terrible sequel, even though there's terrible things about it. But it's not like a great sequel. It's just a direct-to-video, for the most part, fun time. Besides that emo kid, but besides that, it's fun. It's overall fun. So I enjoyed it, I guess. Question mark. But I don't know if I didn't completely enjoy it, but I thought it was a all right mixed bag. It wasn't something I'll rewatch again necessarily. But I'm glad I saw it, I guess. Just because I'm a completionist. So that's all I could say about Joyride 2 Dead Ahead. So that title cracks me up, though, even though it's bad. Tell me down below what you think of this movie. So thank you guys so much for watching.